Let's see if it's working. It does seem to be working. Oh, I'm like mad soft. Hold on. Okay. That's like the loudest I can do. I guess I can bring this closer. Let's fire out the tweet. Okay. Um. Dude, it's always so laggy. Akashi, the first chatter. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'm just probably gonna get into it. Um. I actually have this mic now, so hopefully you can't hear like the toaster noises. It should be fine. Okay, I'm just gonna get into it, I guess. Yeah, Akashi is what it is. Alright. It is working. It's a little laggy, but we'll make do. Hi, Cobb. What's up, Mason? Thanks for the follow. Okay, first match here. I sit down. It's like 4 a.m. and our hand sucks, so I'm all. I goldfish this guy, but he's like a random, so he didn't have any results in Legacy. So I'm don't know what to bottom here. Usually it would be the Force, but um, I don't know. Legacy's kind of wide open, so I kind of want to keep it in case it's like reanimate or something. Thanks, Mason. Okay, so I think I bottom the Wasteland here. It's fine. If we're in a Delvermere or something, which is most likely, then we'll still have 2 lands iteration. We can brainstorm back to 4, so we'll be fine. So they're on the play with a DRC. They kept 7. And they just force our channeler, so and pitching iterations, so that they're already like down cards because we were on the draw, and even though we mulled, they just 2 for 1, so we should be up a card here, but that's fine. So they reveal days, and we get wasted, so it's like pretty bad already. But it's only a 1/1 so far. And we draw another Murktide. We're kind of just dead here, and he even dazes us. So I'm gonna go ahead and force this, because I kind of just need to find stuff. And we like whiff pretty hard. Like this is as bad as it gets. I just bobble to draw one of my dazes. He gets another Volk. Which play is horrendous? Them forcing my 1/1? Probably. And then we get wasted again, and I'm just like, okay, whatever, dude. Um, this game goes on for a couple more turns. We don't draw any lands. And even if we draw a land, our hand is 2 drops. So there's not much we can do. We end up dying a couple turns later. On to game 2. Yep, Cherish. So I sideboarded out the forces, and then I cut the baubles instead of cutting any wastelands or dazes because I'm on the play. And then I didn't board this in because I don't know. I haven't played this card yet at all, so I just like I didn't trust it yet. But I think I boarded it in sometimes down the tournament, and it's okay. Yeah. What's up, Logan? Okay, so our hand's like okay. We don't have a threat. I'm not sure if I'm gonna fetch Island or not. I'm definitely gonna just take a draw step. Unless he plays a shitter, then I'm gonna bolt it, but he does not. So we have to just go for Brainstorm here. I think I just get a Volk. It's like if I get an Island and then miss off the Brainstorm, I literally can't do anything. So I do end up missing pretty badly. Um, they didn't fetch. The Wasteland's not even turned on, so it's just an awkward turn. I end up just putting back the two channelers, I think. Yeah. Ghidra, the homie. Okay. So he just plays a second fetch and passes around my Wasteland. I cast DRC, hoping to cast this Daze and mill the other one. And this is a really interesting spot. So in response, he fetches an island. I think I'm gonna get like Hydroblaster or something, but um, hello. Did it crash? All right. But he lets it resolve and then brainstorms like yeah, I'm that guy, the two free for the bean guy. Yeah, that's me. Okay, so he brainstorms, and I definitely punted here, bro. I should wasteland him, and then he fetches, and then I daze because I didn't play a land, so it lets me bin my channeler and play the delver because it's still in my main phase. It's not even at my end step. So this is just like a horrible play, but again, it's like 4 a.m. I just like let it resolve instantly because he has a mana up. I'm like, no shot, I'm dazing. But we play on. So I know I'm like dead to the to a wasteland here, but it is what it is. Hi Levi. Yep, legume. So he shuffles away his shit, and I waste here, which is probably also bad. I should just upkeep it. Because he ends up having a bolt, and I need a daze this to bin my card, and if he has a daze, I'm just dead. So he doesn't have the daze, but I'm playing like so poorly right now. But it's okay, because he didn't have the daze. He fetches and he bolts and plays a ponder. So he's up to 5 cards. Bobble, sure. I draw a Sanctuary, just play it and pass. And he doesn't crack his bobble, which is kind of weird, but okay. Brainstorms into Delver, this is all fine. Ghidra has been known to play the Degen Vintage challenges. Alright, so they're on 3 cards. They have a bubble trick here with the Delver. They didn't have days in like the last couple turns. They just brainstormed. They could have drawn it, but I'm kind of just putting them on Pyroblast, not days. But I'm just like Pyroblast is always gonna get me. I'm just gonna jam a counterbalance here. I mean, if it resolves, it's good. If it doesn't, it's whatever. And they do have a days, which they drew off the brainstorm, so it's annoying, but it's okay. They bubble themselves and flip it on a brainstorm, I think. Yeah. You fire it off and just ponder. So I'm kind of lucky that they didn't like EI here, I guess. But yeah, they have more threats. We have a bolt though, so we're fine. We drew a blast, which is quite good. It's an answer for like Murktide. So I have a couple options here. I don't know why I instantly played my land, but here we are. Um, I kind of think I should just bolt Murktide. I mean, I could hold this up to counter like an iteration, which is probably what they're on, but um, yeah, I think I do go for that line. Oh my god, this bar like moves. Okay, so they didn't daze me, which is nice, and they didn't flip either, but I think they do have the iteration here. and they hit a Pyro and a Wasteland. So I feel like I'm kind of losing, but I mean, my hand still has action. I just have to iteration. I hit Murktide, Pyro, Land. I choose to keep the second Pyro, I guess. I just feel like it's time to play conservatively. I don't need to like jam anything. I can just hold up the Pyro here if they have another iteration. Still no flip. They get in. I just take it. And they what? They play a Murktide? Yeah. DRC, I just Pyro now in case they have a Daze. They don't get a Surveil. This DRC is kind of annoying because we just have Blast, so we kind of need to find an answer. Or like a Murktide. Jubin, shalom, brother. Hey, yo, Levi. Okay, I ponder. I do hit the bolt. Quite lucky. They only have one card. They're going to Sanctuary back the iteration, so I should keep a mana open. They're going to flip the Delver. So I put the Wasteland on the bottom. Bolt, pass. I think it's fine to draw the Brainstorm next turn. I mean, yeah. Don't really need the waste. I counter. I Brainstorm after Delvering, I guess. I put something on top. It's an instant on top and then a Wasteland underneath. I just go to 3 here. I mean, 6. They've already used 1 bolt. I mean, I'm not too scared. Their Sanctuary's already used. Yeah, so I have a Daze on top. And now I'm just going to start attacking. If they Pyro this, then I can just Pyro the Delver. It's fine. They float a red, which makes me think they might have DRC, but didn't want to play it. So I start getting aggressive, just want to kill them in 2 before they can rip double bolt or something. And then upkeep, I think I kill one of their red sources, so they can't EI into double bolt, just random stuff. It's like just kind of locked up from here. They do have a DRC. Ponder. I just blast this so they can't draw into a blast themselves. They swing, I block, of course. They have 1 card left, and I rip like a Hydroblast or something and just win. Alright, on to game 3. We're on the draw. I think I still kept in all of my Wastelands. That's just like how I like to play this, but yeah, let's see. What's up, house? Yeah, I just ran it the same. Like Bobble is okay for the aggressive DRC starts, but like sometimes the DRC can just like attack into like a Murktide, or it's just not always great. So I keep another, or I mull another 6 blue card hand, or 7. Yeah, this is like one of my most interesting decisions. I remember posting it to like some Discord servers, but I think I need to keep the 2 lands in the Ponder, because that's like all my action. And then either I just bank on these 2 Wastelands getting there, because they're on 6 cards on the play, right? So they're on very low resources. So I think I like banking on that. And then it's just like, do I want to bottom the Murktide or the Daze? I went for the Murktide because it's just like too far away, and the Daze is good with these. But I mean, maybe it's not, because I'm already putting myself down on land drops, so the Daze is even going to be more brutal. But that's what I go for. And they fetch and play a DRC, and I get rewarded by drawing a Murktide, and then I just waste off. Monkus, what's up? So they play Island, which is kind of cringe, but whatever. They only have 4 cards left. I just play a DRC. I get wasted, which is okay. And then they Delver, so good sequencing by them. This is a little rough because I don't have any bolts or anything, and my Murktide's like mad small right now if I get to it, but overall it's not too bad. I go for another Volk. Bin the Merc. Daze Iteration Pyroblast. I definitely want to keep these. Probably just draw Iteration Pyroblast. It's kind of weird sequencing. I don't know if I'm gonna Daze and be able to mill something, so I'm just gonna go for whatever seems natural. They don't flip again. More shitters. And they literally have only lands in their graveyard, so they're trying to trade off one of the creatures here for Delirium. Do I block? I don't block. I do? I do. Okay, okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like they have three guys. I waste again. They're only on an island, and they go ahead and don't flip again. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pyro here. If they have days, I don't care, and I just need to kind of get the pressure off the board. So I draw my second days, which I knew about, which is good, I guess. He has one land. Just jam the Murktide. And like, if they just don't find a red source, they can't Pyroblast this. So I just want to like kind of kill them before they get the red source. I thought it was gonna be a Hydroblast, but it was a Daze, which is annoying because I don't get to Daze. I could double Daze, but I felt like that was a kind of a spew with them being on like no lands. I think that the two Dazes can just counter two spells instead. Yeah, and I just don't think they draw a land, and the game kind of ends from here. Daze the Ponder, of course. They have to attack, and then I flip, put them to 1, and then they literally have a fetch, but it doesn't matter because 1. Alright, that's the first match. We take Delver down in 3. Super Cow, what's going on? Alright, so I'm playing against Falcon. This is a pretty good player. I expect them to be on Delver or whatever. We're on the draw with this hand. This is a nice hand to be on the draw with in the mirror because you have, you know, lands, you have interaction spells. You don't have any like fast creature starts, but that's fine. So they fetch Volk and Ponder. This is a great for us to just Volk. Sometimes I'm confused about what to do in these situations. I think I go for the waste here, yeah. They didn't shuffle, but still, like if it's a Volk, if they don't deploy a creature, I don't feel the pressure to start casting shit, so I can just wasteland. And they literally just don't have a land. I forgot about this, but this is kind of funny. So they're on 7 cards still. Yeah, after not shuffling with the Ponder, so that's interesting. They probably just have more cantrips or something, or like dazes. So I draw daze of my own, play a Ponder, see Merc land. Um, I just keep it. Like another land's kind of cringe, but like it plays towards this, I guess. And I just want to cast this Murktide and kill them before they can like find a land. So they pitch daze, yeah. I fetch away the island. Yeah, this is how I win the mirror. It's a little free. They draw their land, but they don't cast anything. So I think they probably have a Pyroblast up for my like iteration here. I have a Daze either way, which is good. What's up, Demonic Tutors? Good to see you. Okay, so we fetch, and bro. Okay, here we go. We waste. They brainstorm. I just let it go. I think. Like, if I daze, they can daze me back. Like they already discarded one. I think they probably have daze, and then they just pick up their land, and I think it's kind of bad. So I'm just not gonna give them any outs to do that. Thanks, man. Okay, so they do find the land off the brainstorm, and bolt. Um, 6 cards. I don't know if I'm supposed to daze this. I probably am, just to try to find stuff. But I could see myself not. Yeah, dazing here is probably fine. Like it sets up me to go Murktide, but I mean that plays into their days, so maybe I don't like this play in hindsight. I topped a Ponder. I think my plan is just to cast the Ponder, not play my Murktide into days. But as I said earlier, I think they do have a blast, so like the Murktides might not. What, I just let them daze me? That seems rancid. I guess I was just looking for a wasteland or something, but I only have 2 left. Alright, whatever. We've been dazed. We still get to surveil though. I think, yeah, we top the second Murktide. We already have 6 cards in the yard, 7 with the fetch, and then since they're just like so behind on stuff, we can do it. Oh shit. Not like this. Oh, let's go. It survived. Okay, they ponder. It's fine. Don't. I'm not gonna pyroblast that. They shuffled as well, which is good to note. Um, Master of Sequencing has been called. What's up, Derek? Yeah, probably. It's the only way I won. Alright, I just pyroblast this brainstorm. I don't think they have a third days, and they just pack it in. So we take those. Um, I didn't see Delver or I saw Lightning Bolt, not Unholy Heat. So I think it's probably Delver over like the Shredder versions and shit. Vibin. Yeah, hyped. Nice. Okay, so on the draw with this hand. Wait, we can't even see if they kept their mold? Oh, yeah. Okay, they kept 7. Yeah, so it's fine. I have a nice start. We draw Wasteland. Um, I mean, usually after that first game, I kind of just want to Wasteland this dude. But I could see pondering here. I mean, they have a creature. We don't have any removal spells. It's a little awkward. But I end up going for the high upside line. They did top a card, the bauble, so maybe I'm not supposed to go for that. It's more likely they have a land. Then they fetch Island, playing on a second Wasteland. They've been a Blast, which is interesting. I could definitely see them being low on lands and having like another Ponder or Brainstorm with their Island. Um, and they get Delirium. This is all fine. We draw another Daze, which is Bolt Brainstorm. I don't know what the third card was, but we're definitely keeping this. We just want to kill this creature, and then the rest of our hand is just good. They have another DRC, which is a little scary, but it's fine for now. Looks like I just end up fetching and bolting. No need to fire off the Brainstorm yet. It's a bit of a spew. Yeah, so if we get Wastelanded here, and then they play like a Delver or something, like we could be in a bit of trouble, but they just play a fetch and iteration here, which is also pretty bad. I'm definitely not going to double daze this. They bin the counterbalance. Why am I brainstorming? What the hell? Was I really going to double daze? No shot. Oh my god, I suck, dude. Okay, well, we're here now. Um, put back Brazen Iteration, I guess. Yeah, because I'm not going to be casting the Brazen next turn. They're not going to be murking me. So I actually got so lucky they just put an iteration into exile. Like, this is the thing about playing a land first. Like, it plays around me dazing, but they can um they can whiff like this if they don't hit a one drop. So we take those. Goated content, I appreciate it. Although it is bugging out. Okay. So I think I just want to fetch before playing an iteration. I maybe I just Murktide actually. Has to be Murktide, no? Alright, iteration. Cherish. They Hydroblast it. I get some daze value here, which is nice. I hit Daze, Expressive Ponder, yeah. So just I'm taking the second Daze all day. What was that? Alright, there's a bolt somewhere in this Ponder. Yeah, true, I suck. Okay, but it's fine. They have 3 lands. They played a land. It wasn't even a fetch, so they don't have Sanctuary. Um, what am I doing? I guess I'm just bolt. Oh, I'm at 6. Okay, that's kind of sus. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold up a blast and bolt his shitter. Bolt up, keep playing around Hydroblast, I guess. Make him tap another mana. What the fuck? Oh, I just got limited prelim prizes. Alright. So they just natural draw the Sanctuary. I don't really care. These dazes are looking kind of dead. I wish I kept the iteration over one of them. Okay, we draw a shitter. We jam our iteration. They blast as expected. And we're just continuing to hold up our thing. Yeah, so we're going to blast. If they have a daze, I mean, it's rough because they can also bounce the Sanctuary, but We're on 3 lands. I mean, we can't really play around this stuff. It's lagging again. Okay. And it worked. So now I'm pretty locked to win, I'd say. They have 2 cards. Drew a Hydroblast, which is also good. So then I just hold that up and play 2 guys. Maybe Murktide was better, but I kind of wanted to like bait out their last Pyroblast maybe before jamming this, or have Hydro up for it at least. I just blasted this because I'm just like I want this game to end. Because I'm at 6, I don't want to get like double bolted later. So I top something. I didn't see it. They brainstorm, bobble, 1 card left. They bolt. Fine. I'm assuming the top cards of their deck are kind of shit then, if that was their keep. I drew a Brazen, which is good. Now I have an answer to Murktide. Before I didn't. So I just jam my shit. They bubble, fetch, or whatever. I don't know what they're doing. It's my turn. They have 1 card in their hand. Draw land. I can Sanctuary back Iteration to push 9, I guess. Copium Cow. Yeah, I mean, it's a free damage. I'll take it. Before I died, a Forked Bolt plus Lightning Bolt. And then, yeah, I mean, they don't really have outs. Yep, we win. Paugus, we're 2-0 against 2 Delvermeres. Now for round 3. Alright, we play against the Elves God. This matchup's usually fine. I had a, instead of the second Meltdown, I put a EE in my sideboard because it also kills Meltdown. So that's quite good against the Elves as well, which is pretty good. We lose the die roll though, so that's kind of cringe. I really need to win game 1. Game 1's kind of the free game because game 2 and 3 they have like endurance and stuff. But this is our first hand. I mean, we have a Pyroblast with no Brainstorm to put it back, but like the rest of his hand's okay. We also don't have a Bolt though, so it's not great. Like you can say it's a mull to 6 already. So I do end up mulling in and just mull into like fucking abysmal hands. So I go to 4. Yeah, and toss Delver. What am I doing? No, I want to keep Ponder Murktide, I think. Okay, sure. Holy shit. Yeah, okay. Here we go. He says, hi, have a good match. What a gentleman. Wow, do I not respond? That's so fucked. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. I see, like, some good cards. I mean, we take those, but this is going to be hard to win. We're down, like, 3 cards. They bog. They bog my Ponder. I probably just have to kill the Reclaimer. Hope they don't, deny them their Guy's Cradle. And then play a shitter. What is this? So they Zenith for Allosaurus. Yeah, that makes sense. Play Fiend Artisan, and I'm just dead, dude. Like I can't beat this card. This card's broken. Um, I think they had an Endurance main as well for this, so that ended up getting me this game. But I flip a Brainstorm. I need to draw like Bolt right now and then kill it because it's a 2/2. So I think I just shuffle this, and I whiff. Yeah. Yeah, they just get an Endurance, and I have just double Merc. I draw a Pyroblast and then concede. Alright, so game 1 goes to Elves, pretty unfortunately, but maybe I should have kept the first hand and just hoped it was good enough. This is our hand. It's pretty solid. We have the Rough Tumble, which I guess kills our guys if we play it on turn 1, so maybe I should ponder, but I think I just Delver. I think it's just the most upside if we flip. If we flip, it's not going to die. If we don't flip, then, I don't know. We play Channeler, I guess. Seems kind of weird to me, but all right. I guess it's just more looks at a land. Maybe I was just too afraid that we weren't gonna hit a land, so we hit the land. Murktide land. I just want to shuffle away the Murktide, but maybe draw the second land. No, I just have to play something here, right? Yeah. I kind of just want to turn on Delirium so my guy doesn't die, but we have an instant, so we just need to find like maybe I could have binned that Murktide somehow. Okay, but he kills it anyway, so this is fine. Yeah, I don't think Channeler is what I would play now, but I was just so scared of like whiffing on a land on my ponder. Maybe I just wanted to extra surveil. All right, so we brainstorm. Um, I mean, this Daze doesn't seem great. I might just put back Murktide Daze and rely on them just jamming stuff. I put back Murktide. What was it? Murktide Ponder? Oh, I guess I'll just... Yeah, it's my upkeep. Yeah, whatever. I show him the Ponder so he doesn't play around Daze. And then jam my Murktide. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm playing, like, so poorly right now. It's not a good look. Yeah, I'm just gonna Daze this, get my value. And Buddy just concedes. He's off it. We take those. Alright, game 3. I'm on the draw. This is scary as always, but whatever. Yeah, so my hand's quite good. I have a Bolt into some cantrips. And the Murktide, which is the most important thing. Um, yeah, like, I don't really care about this. It's not like adding mana or doing anything, so I just play my Delver off the top. And they kind of just, like, nut draw. But, you know, we're going to try to win. So I don't know if I should take the trade. I end up taking the trade because, like, this just seems so hard to beat. Like, I don't know. I want to kill the Reclaimer probably so they can't bog me. And then I just don't want to leave them with, like, this loop with the Cradle going. Like, it just seems too powerful. It's sealed. Alright, I draw fourth, which is actually pretty good. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna fetch and ponder. I don't feel the need to brainstorm. My hand's already pretty good. So I think it was 2 bolts and like some other card, Channeler I think. But yeah, we were definitely keeping this. And we kill the Reclaimer. They get in and yeah, play this. So now they have the combo again. I just don't want them to like draw an extra card each turn. So I think I'm forcing. I don't force. I guess I could just try to bolt, give them 1 card. Hmm. The thing is, they're gonna bounce and play it here, and then on my turn they're gonna bounce again when I try to bolt. So maybe it's just not worth it for me. So I bolt it. Yeah, he chooses to bounce, get his value, and then I just jam my Murktide here. So I think I'm pretty happy here. I have a bolt and a force, so that's and a 6/6, so that's kind of hard to beat. But he has 5 cards. I was just hoping for no like, you know, busted draw with the uncounterable thing. Still on 5 cards. I'm just gonna try to kill him as fast as I can here. Definitely want this Wasteland. I mean, there's a good chance he has another Cradle by now, but I have to kill it just for the upside. So probably Bubble Bolt. I mean, this is kind of awkward, but I think I need to keep up force for like natural order or whatever. Put him to 13. So he's not dead to 2 bolts yet. After my swing, he would go to 1. But then he fetches, so I'm happy with that. Am I bolting still? I guess I have to just bolt his symbiote, not go for lethal. I just playing it a bit safer. I'm denying him another card. Yeah. Again, I don't know if I like this play, but yeah, maybe I should have just tried to kill him. But he bounced again. Now he only has like 3 mana, so if he doesn't have a Cradle, it's like just kind of hard for him to win. But if he does, then he has a lot of resources to work with. He does have the cradle. Plays Once Upon a Time for endurance, and then plays a visionary. So endurance just looks like a chump blocker to me. Um, I ponder. I don't know what I even found. I found another blue card. That's all that matters. Maybe it was loose to play the ponder there. Kill seems so good, yeah. What's up, Matt? Yeah. I think I should have saved the bolts. It just because now I'm in this weird spot where I can't even kill him now, and he has 7 cards in hand. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose this game because if he has like 2 shepherds to get around the bolt and then just something, I'm gonna die. But he just moves to combat, which makes it so I'm not dying to like a hoof this turn, which is nice. Um, and then cast endurance. I'm just gonna force. It's like a jump blocker, right? If he had some nutty start, he would have. This is round 3. I'm 2-0 in game 3. If he had some nutty start, he would have done it post pre-combat to like kill me or whatever. Um, yeah, I don't know how elves boards. I'm just trying to play around stuff, but I guess that makes sense. Wait, I'm pretty sure this game was sick. Is it gonna lag now? Oh, he just conceded. Yeah. Oh, okay. Another elves game was sick then. Well, we take that. I mean I think he whiffed pretty hard. He has 6 cards in hand. If he has like a green sun zenith, he can get like a grist or something, and then I'm drawing like sanctuary for the bolt. But we win that one too. All right, round 4. This match was pretty bad. Okay, Otakun. So this is actually the guy that got me suspended. I asked him to like concede to me in like a vintage challenge, and then he reported me, and I got suspended for 30 days. But I'm battling it out. So I was told this guy's on Reanimator, so I mold that hand with a bunch of creatures, and I draw into like the exact same hand. And I just mold. I mean, I can't keep that. And then this is my hand again on 5, and I'm just like, this is not gonna win. He kept 7, like, so I just mull again. Oh, I keep. I said fuck it, we ball. I'm hoping like to cast this iteration on turn 2 and then find a force or something. I don't know. It's all so bad. But it's like mulling to 4 when they have so many Thoughtseize. This isn't gonna win anyway. And then they ritual and kill me on turn 1. Okay. Nice. None of our hands were gonna beat that start probably. We had to have like 2 forces. Saturday standard challenge, yeah. I would have won with the mono white deck. Alright, game 2, we're on the play. Very scary matchup, but we have a fine hand. They kept 7 again, because they're just better. I chose to hold up the brainstorm. We might want to like hide the force if they grief us and we don't think they're gonna go for it with a ritual or something. But yeah, I mean I can't force. I can't hide this. Like they can literally just kill me. So I think I just let it go. Take the force, lotus petal, entomb, and reanimate. So I'm just praying, dude. I'm down a game versus reanimator. I want this brainstorm to hit. And we fucking hit, dude. It's 2 free. We hit the days. We're gonna shuffle away the sanctuary. And we also hit a brazen bar, which is kinda interesting. But they're on 2 cards. So we definitely just ponder here. We find negation, which is good enough. And we also find a Murktide, so they're just dead in like a couple turns. They looting, which I don't negation. They already have a shitter in the graveyard, so I just want to play it safe. They have 2 cards. They reanimated Grizzlebane. I just let it resolve and then brazen it because they take 7, so they can't draw 7. And then they could see it. All right, game 3. Hello, Isaac. Yeah, better lucky than good. I know, I know, I know. We should have lost that game probably. All right, game three. All right. So we're on the draw. Um, we have a sus hand. We have to mull. They kept 7 for the third time, and we mull into like the actual schnuts. Like, look at this hand, dude. So I think I just bought him like the Murktide or something, and just assume the counterbalance is gonna be good enough. Yeah. And they looting on turn 1. They bin a Grizzlebrand, play Petal, and they reanimate their Grizzlebrand, and I surgical it, and then I don't take it out of the fucking graveyard, dude. I just take it out of their deck. So I sit here for like 5 minutes just like salting my ass off at 5 in the morning, and then I have to force a negation this. um, and they're still on 3 cards. But you know, I still have play. So I don't play the Delver, I hold it. Wait, am I playing the Delver, dude? I'm so bad. Whatever. We got the clock at least, dude. Alright, they fetch and they cast Dothy Voidwalker, and I'm like, no shot, I lost. This card, are you serious? I have no way to like turn on Murktide anymore. I have no bolts in my deck. I peel a bobble, so I'm like literally losing the race. I get in. Yeah, I'm just bubble tricking, I guess, to try to flip this, cause I literally need to race at this point. Like I'm gonna die to a three power guy. Do you race that shit? Yeah, we'll see. It's lagging again. Okay. So all I have is an exile is, I guess, nothing with the counter on it yet. Bubble myself. See a brazen, so I draw that first. And then I still don't flip, dude. I'm like tilting because I'm gonna literally lose the race to this fucking 2-drop. But at least I can play a 1/1. It's never gonna get Delirium, but whatever. But Borrower can actually bounce it. That's what I had in the back of my mind. I didn't know that was actually gonna come up. We got a good living in player in the chat. What's up? Yeah, the surgical was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I just spewed so hard. Yeah, so they're attacking, but they didn't draw a reanimate spell yet, which is quite good for me. So I hit an island, so I literally don't flip again. But it is a land, so I will take that. I just jammed the counterbalance. I needed to protect him from reanimating before I protect my life total from this shitter. So he's entombing in response for a grief. I don't really know what that's doing, but okay. Thinning the deck, I guess. So I'm at 8 now. And he still plays nothing. I hit another land, so I'm still like losing the race. But at least I can brazen this. So I don't shock, because like if I shock, I go to 6 and then I'm deaded to 2 in this thing. So I just value my life total more. So it's weird, because if I brazen in combat before I take damage, then he just cast it again, end step or second main. And if I do it end step, I took the 3 damage. So it's kind of like bad either way. But this ends up being like the good line for me. So he rituals, and I hit a daze, and then he just lootings. Thing, yeah. So I'm not gonna try to like bin the daze. I think the daze is actually okay. He just plays a land, cracks it, and goes to combat. So this is actually like perfect for me. Now I get to bounce it, and he doesn't get to replay it because he tapped out. So I'm like quite happy about this. I keep it because it's a blue card. It's also like fine, and it's a flip for my Delver, which is more important. And then I'm getting in for 4. So now I'm like winning the race. He exhumes. I flip a wasteland. I force it, and I'm dead to like another one. But he just plays the Dothy again, and I can even daze it. I mean, he literally knows about the daze, right? Like, well, maybe he didn't. I don't actually remember. I ended up topping that Murktide because if he has he top decks a reanimate spell, I think I can just beat it. Because he can't like Grizzlebrand because he's at 3, and if he Archons, I just attack with this, and then he has to he has to block with the Archon. And I still have a counterbalance, so it's nice. But this was a pretty like shit game to win. But we won nonetheless. Wait, did you go over that, Levi? I thought you were just like streaming at the end when you won. Come on. There we go. They exhume. Yeah, so it's actually what happened. They get back Archon, and I force a chump block. And then I just hold up Brazen Bar, I guess. They entomb and whiff on the draw. And I win. I won that shitty game. But we take it. So I'm 4-0 now. And then I queue into this guy. And I'm told that he's on lands, so I'm just like, oh shit, I've lost. This is like one of the worst matchups. I had 2 wastelands and like a force, but I mulled that hand. We mull into this, which is like pretty awful. We don't have a threat, and like these dazes are bad. We have to bottom the Pyroblast, but I mean I'm gonna keep. He's on 61 cards, so I think he just wanted it more. He ends up going for Exploration, and we just get to fetch and cash in one of these dazes. We get an island because we're scared of Wasteland. We want to play it out next turn. Like, we have to set up this Murktide. I mean, we're not going to win with anything else. No, we don't have Price of Progress. I cut that card for this tournament. I think it's kind of bad. Of course, I click View Sideboard and it lags. Yeah, this is our sideboard. I mean, it's fine, but it's not good against this matchup. We draw Brazen Bar, which is actually kind of cheeky. We can like get his Dark Depths maybe. And then we draw Bolt, and I just think I lost pretty much. He copies a Forest on his turn, player in Wasteland. I draw Ponder. I had lands, I think. Yeah. 2 Misties and an Iteration or something. So he has the combo, so I actually can borrow this. And then he has 2 lands left. But like if he ever has like a Life from the Loam, I mean he's just gonna rebuild, and I have no clock. I'm just gonna die. So I bolt him, the cheeky bolt. I just brazen it now because I'm gonna have to do it anyway when he attacks me. I'm not counting a Mox Diamond, pitches Glacial Chasm, and then just has just has a Life from the Loam. I just forced to like buy myself 1 turn. And I mean I can play Murktide here, but like it's just so hard to win this game. I need to find a Wasteland though. If I find a Wasteland, maybe I can win. But it's not even a 2-turn clock. So he makes it a Forest again. But if I find a Wasteland, I can still hit the Dark Depths. So I cast Iteration, I whiff, and I Brainstorm and I whiff. But I can try to like play chump blockers at this point. And then he can't attack me, or else I'm gonna attack him back for 7. Holy shit, man. This is why I don't like stream the regular like challenges. Okay. So we played the Delver. I think we set up a Brainstorm so that it flips. But yeah, he main phase makes it a guy again. We flip on a Ponder, and then dude, he punishing fires us. I'm like, no shot. Yeah, so I Brainstorm, I hit some more creatures. Like maybe this is winnable, but he also has this Glacial Chasm thing, which I don't think I can beat. It's definitely a potato program, dude. This computer is amazing. Yeah, so he attacks, And I actually ate my Delirium with DRC. I didn't like realize that was gonna happen, but like, I mean, I still think it's an like okay play. I think I should have just played Brazen maybe, but yeah. So we block, and he plays a Chasm, and I'm just like, okay, can I beat that? Because he's just gonna loop it. I draw a sweet Pyroblast. Um, yeah, and then he just draws the Punishing Fire, and I eventually just have to jump with Murktide and die. So I kind of got locked out there, which was pretty unfortunate. But, I mean, our hand was pretty bad to start with, so I didn't expect me to win that game. So on the play here, post board. I mean, I have a Force Negation, which is like one of the best cards because you can hit the Life from the Loam or the Punishing Fire. But like my land is a Mystic Sanctuary, so I don't really think I can keep. Also, like yeah, I'm just gonna lose to like a Wasteland with this hand. I'm just dead to Wasteland. Holy shit. Yeah, it's lagging again. Okay, I mold to this hand, which is just like the same hand except I have another land. I still have the Force Negation, which is good. Um, I bottom the Sanctuary. Dude, what am I doing? I'm dead to Wasteland. He never had Wasteland though. This guy actually finessed me though. Look at this. I flipped my iteration, and then he upkeep price of punishing fires. I just lose. Like, what am I supposed to do? So, what am I even brainstorming for? I think a daze? Oh, wait, I have a daze. Wait, what? I don't know what just happened, to be honest. But I dazed. Okay, if he has a Grove of the Burn Willows, I'm gonna lose. Whatever. Oh, I dazed because I want to hit my land drop again. That kind of makes sense. So I brainstormed if I miss on land, then I daze so that I can play my land back out to hold up like 1 mana or cast a Delver. So I'm all in, dude. If he has Grove of the Burn Willows and then cast it on my upkeep again, I'm dead. And he, and he has Grove and cast it on my upkeep again, so I just basically lose to that. Like my hand is like so good, but like it just doesn't matter just because my shitters are dying. And then I actually just don't have any plays. I do end up forcing it because he plays it on his own turn. So I'm like, okay, he just threw, but is it enough for me to actually win? If I draw a land, I can submerge and then Murktide, but all right, are we back? Let's go. I drew a force though, so it's not good. I think I have to do it anyway, and I'm just gonna force it again when he plays it. I'm gonna have no cards, but I have a 4-turn clock, so his hand has to be like just 3 bad lands. He has 3 cards. So he plays stage, copies a basic or something. Yeah, that's fine. I draw Ponder. I actually drew a Wasteland, which is kind of nuts. So now I'm protected from like the kill. So what just happened? What did he do? Oh, so he wasted my Wasteland. So I just hit the Grove because that was the best land I could hit at the time. Yeah, you gotta love when it crashes. Yeah. All right. I draw a DRC. So, dude, it's literally lethal next turn. I actually think I'm gonna win this game. And then this sack rips the Dark Depths. Like he definitely top decked it, but it is what it is. Oh, but it's still a game though, because he's at 4 and I'm at 21. Being at 21 is kind of huge because of the Grove. But like, I have to attack with both creatures next turn because my DRC is coming in anyway. So if he just blocks the Delver and then next turn blocks the DRC, I could still draw Bolt, right? So I draw Ponder. I cast it. I pitch the Delver. And I hit Surgical Double Wasteland, so I just shuffle. And Delta's actually like such a shit draw, because I can't really fetch, because then I'm maybe at 20. But he's at 1. And then he draws Crop Rotation, dude. 0 cards in an end. So now he just gets like, yeah, Maze of Ith, and then he untaps his Merit Lage. But look, he's still dead. I have 1 draw at Lightning Bolt. But I whiff, and I die. Wait, do I die? No, I don't. I can block for a couple more turns. Huge. So I block. Okay, I have 2 more draw steps. I block, he untaps his thing again, playing around Ragavan dash. And do I draw it? I don't draw it. So we take a loss to elves there. I mean lands. But I mean that was quite unfortunate, I want to say, but it's just a bad matchup anyway. Copium. Alright. Round 6. You're playing against Zerk. So he's on blue black shadow. Boo. Yep. Any Killins? Dude, please. Oh, what the hell? Alright, I have to close my Discord. That's probably lagging it more. Dude, Moto sucks. What is this? Maybe it's just time to restart. Hey, what's up, Dom? Oh man. Okay, we're restarting it. It's definitely the stream though. It doesn't lag this much usually. The Hawaii internet actually sucks. Like for all the video games too. Like yeah, these blue black shadow matches are very interesting though, because I don't really have heat, so there's not a lot of answers for like shadow itself. Um. Oh, that's true. I only lost in the standard challenge top 8 because my computer lagged. Yeah, it is super fun. Alex, who do you think is favored there? Because I beat it twice in this event, but I think it might be unfavored. Like Bart thinks it's unfavored, so he's been playing Shadow a bunch. Any Luka Jack Sims? Any Delver's favored? Yeah, I kind of agree because like especially game 1, like they just have like Street Wraith and that Snuff Out, so it's just like yeah. I guess if I'm not playing Bolt, it's probably much worse, but the out of just 4 bolts in my deck is like they can't really cast some of those cards late game. They're just dead. Okay. We're back, dude. Let's go. Round 6. But these are very interesting games. I agree. They're very fun. Alright, so we win the die roll because we're better. And keep a pretty good hand in this matchup. Easy fetch island, dude. Island is actually broken. He cycles, ponders. So it's nice. I think they only run one push main though, so it's kind of hard for them to kill this except for just the snuff outs, which I also want to be using on my other Murktides and stuff. So they shuffled off the ponder, which is good to note. That makes my wasteland better. We draw DRC, which is actually like one of the worst draws. I waste and then yeah, just Delver. I'm not sure if my plan is to upkeep Brainstorm or not. If they miss land, I'm definitely gonna do it, but yeah, they do miss land, and they discard a dress down. Like this is how I win games, dude. It's just too free. I was expecting them to force this, but they don't. So I just get to put back the ponder. I even draw another wasteland. And, like just play a deer. Like the game's literally over. Like they can't win. Yeah, they just concede. Game two. On the draw. Hand's quite good again. I have 2 threats. No days or waste, but you know I can find those. So they thought to use me. They're already at 17, so they didn't fetch Watery Grave. I DRC. They daze me, and I just do I bobble now? I don't. It's interesting. I think my hand is like bad enough to where I want to hold this. Like maybe I top deck daze here and then get to daze something, but I think I like just waiting. Dude, yeah, that game was not interesting. uh, okay, see another land. I shuffle it. Delver and daze was a great draw. There actually was a daze on top, so they push. I definitely want to daze this. They only have 2 more cards now. Did they molt to 5? What the hell? Oh, they did. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, these games are actually not close. So I just bolt them. They go to 12. If they have a shadow there, they can actually just like win, but they didn't. Maybe I shouldn't have bolted them. It gave them that out of just like jamming. But I'm attacking anyway next turn. I think I just want to get them low. So I draw force, and then they snuff out. So like this is kind of like even. I mean they don't have any lands, but my hand sucks. So they do draw land, and then I draw another land. So like it's literally a top deck war, which is really not how I wanted to be in this position when I'm on the draw and they mold to 5. But yeah, they drew a brainstorm, which is a good draw, I guess. And then draw draw another land. I don't even have an iteration to sanctuary back. So they go to 4 and then gem a Murktide. So I'm actually just like, yeah, shit, I'm gonna lose this game. There's no shot. But of course they're up to Pyroblast because I'm just better. And then I can even sanctuary back if they have another one. They wasteland, so I'm just holding. They know about the force, I think. So yeah. So they him here instead of wastelanding me off force. I think that's fine. Is it fine? I guess it's fine. I think it's fine, yeah. So I just play the Brazen, of course. They could have wastelanded me and then himmed my 2 cards, but I mean I had the Brazen anyway, so it didn't really matter. Draw a Pyroblast, and they're just like they literally have no outs. They don't have like snuff out, and I have this for the Murktide. So I was pretty free. And then round 7, so the round before the winning in. And this guy is literally he's 61 cards and he's playing green black depths. He's a 1-trick. So I mean my hand is solid enough. Like it doesn't have a wasteland, but I think Daze is like quite good in this matchup. They're kind of mana hungry. The thoughts is me. I just Daze. I want to hold on to the Murktide probably. I draw another Murktide, which is not great. I shuffled there. Okay. I just kind of want to find lands or wasteland. I guess wasteland is a land. Wano Sanctuary and bolt that turn. Oh, were they at 1? Was that the turn I put them to 1? Yeah, I mean, I don't think it really mattered because I was going to attack anyway. If they have a removal spell, I'll just put it back then. It's just like when you're so far ahead, I didn't think about it, but yeah, sure. So I do the trick. I draw first, and then still don't flip. I drew the third Murktide, but at least we can cast one of them. So they wasted, or they needled Wasteland. So if they like have it, I'm just dead. But they can't actually do it this turn, right? They need like an Elvish Spirit Guide or something. I draw a Daze, which is I don't know. It's whatever. They're at 6, so now I literally just beat the 2020 because I can bolt them. I mean, like, look at this guy's deck. It's so bad. Copy their Bayou. They crop just daze it because they can't get a 2020 and win. So that was game 1. Game 2, I have just a Brazen Borrower, so I'm sneeping this. And they even mulled to 6 on the play, so they're down cards again. I draw Wasteland after they needle, but it's okay. But I'm drawing lands here, but I have a Brainstorm, so it should be fine. Then I'm afraid they're gonna needle like Flooded Strand or something, but they just go second Wasteland. I don't know what that's playing around. Like me borrowing one of them. That's kind of just weird, right? Like Meltdown kills both of them anyway. So I just fetch my fetch away. Draw in the land. Just hard cast Daze on this because they're on so low resources. They're on 3 cards, and then I hit some Murktides. I think I can just jam one this turn, which is quite good. And they're just still passing. I draw Sanctuary, cast another one, and then just even hit a Meltdown so that I can have my Wasteland up. And they concede. That was a wee free. I don't know how this guy was 6-1, but, you know, hey, good player probably. Oh, true, Akashi. Okay, so this is the winning in. It was only 8 rounds because it was kind of like degen time. But we're playing against the Magi, my boy. I know he's on Blue Black Shadow because I like was looking at one of his games. Um, yeah, so this is my hand. It's just quite schnutz. We're not on the play though, but it's okay. And he just goes to 14 on turn 1. Nothing after that though. I don't know why he played his land before cycling, but yeah. Draw bubble. I think I'm just gonna waste him, like I usually do. Oh no, I'm going for my thing. Okay, that's interesting. It's like I can just get him to Torok maybe. Maybe I want to keep him off of that. Um, I don't know. I think it's close. But since he didn't do anything, there's no pressure. Maybe I should just start developing my board. Again, they only have 1 Fatal Push, and like Snuff Out's always gonna be free, so just try to jam stuff while I can. He brainstormed here looking for like a Daze. He didn't find it. I got to bobble away a Force, and then there's a Wasteland on top of his deck. So that's actually pretty annoying, because if he just Wastelands me here and I whiff, I can definitely just lose. But we're still fighting. I draw another Bolt, and he just fetches Flooded Strand. I think he's going to jam Shadows here. Yeah. I mean, this makes sense. If he Wastelanded me, I might have just lost, but I think this makes more sense from his side, not knowing what I have. So I could have forced that, but I think I calculated that I was going to kill him before he could kill me with the Shadow. So I just wanted to have Force up for like him countering my bolts or whatever. Because all I need is to play a sorcery and then I have Delirium. And I can just force a Snuff Out and then the game probably just ends. So I draw land like a god. I ponder. I don't care if it gets dazed. I bin the land. Draw some random cards. Ponder, yeah, sure. I should probably play my land, right? Because if he Snuff Outs me in combat and then I force any dazes, I can't pay. So I probably should have just played my land. But again, if he gets Snuff Out, he probably does it before I take my turn. But yeah, he didn't end up having it, so it's whatever. Revenge for the Magister screenshot. Yep. And then I just waste him. I just want to deny him on his resources. I still have double bolt next turn, which will finish him off. And he goes to 6, and I'm just like, oh, he's gonna just die. He wastes me. He attacks for 7. This was actually like a close game because what ends up happening is I swing. And I go for it on his upkeep, the bolt, because if this doesn't resolve and then he can shock himself or something, then I'm just gonna die because it's a 10 and I'm at 12. Oh, I just let him go to his turn. I guess that's kind of smart because he has to make the first play. No, but that's weird. I don't like this. I think I should have bolted upkeep because now I gave him another draw at like days or something. Because if he has waste and days or force and days, I just lose on the spot right now. So I think I should have done an upkeep. Why didn't I do it upkeep? Hmm. Well, I go for it, and he stubs me, and I force, and he literally can't have force because he's at 1, so it has to be days, and he brainstormed and whiffed. So I think I got pretty lucky there, actually. I don't think I played that well, but it's fine. We got bailed out because our deck's better. Alright, game 2. I'm on the draw with a pretty fine hand. Surely not. And again, he goes down to 13 on turn 1. Takes my channeler, and I just rip the Delver and jam that. Again, I choosing to play out my guy instead of wasting him. I think this time it's a little more reasonable because I'm on the draw. Off to his turn. The deck diff, true.